American men are becoming more vocal about the lack of femininity that they're facing in the Western dating market. And of course, we've seen that black passport bros talk about it more fervently. And so your guys who are Caucasian or other ethnicities stay behind. But now they are coming out in droves, supporting the African American passport bro community. Now, at first, I thought this was just a black community issue because I typically only deal with the black part of social media. But the last few years, I'm seeing it's an American problem. A lot of American men, white men, Asian men, black men, Hispanic men are trying to get the hell out of the United States and find love elsewhere. I know you probably don't believe what I'm talking about, but let's first start off with this clip and then we'll come back.
I'm in Mexico right now, and now I'm a believer about the woman here. American woman and Mexican woman are not the same. They're completely different. Bro, it's almost like they're different tribes. Most girls you see in LA are like, oh, I'm a queen boss bee, and they're not even that cute. Here, I swear, I'm not joking. Girls are like 8, 9s, and 10s, and you guys know I don't like to use numbers, but you know what I mean. And they are super proud. They're super, and we're proud, I mean, just like they carry themselves, they're super warm-hearted, they open, they're not as bougie, they're not arrogant. And the biggest thing, they don't care about having intimacy with so many people to chase validation. They still believe in love. I didn't completely believe it when people said, oh, they're so different. They are so different. They are way easier to be around. Try it out for yourself. The Western social media culture brainwashed these young girls into, yeah, girl, you a boss bee, and they need to learn how to handle you. What do you mean handling you? This is supposed to be a relationship. This is not a battlefield. I'm telling you guys, firsthand experience, it's just fun to be around these people in general. Like, they believe in love. It's fun to be around these girls. I'm going to keep you guys updated, but this culture is wonderful.
Another clip discusses the same thing from another guy.
Now, passport bros. I am 100% with the passport bros. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. I am 100% with the passport bros. Real grown men are tired of women's little games. We're sick and tired of the games in this country. We're sick and tired of, like, you know, you're not going to find real love in this country. It's just impossible in today's culture. You're not going to find real love out here in the Western world. Everybody just likes to f*** around. Nobody knows what they want, and once nobody knows what they want, they just don't want anything. There are more women in this world than men. But the fact is that the women are not here. The real women are not here. You know, they're just not here. Here in the States, you will not find a traditional woman. You will not find a traditional woman. It's completely messed up that women find the enjoyment of cheating on their husband. They find the enjoyment of making their husbands angry. They have that enjoyment of putting their husband in jail, trying to get kids out of them and stuff like that, trying to steal everything they have. You know, that's not a real wife. That's not a real marriage. Marriage in America is about ownership. That's all it is. It's about a financial decision. A marriage is a contract in America. It's not a real marriage. Marriage is not based off of stealing from one another. Marriage is not based off of stealing your kids either. The only way you're ever going to find love in the States is if you have a 6-figure income, you have the perfect body, you have the perfect car, and you have to be 100% perfect. Like, you can't have anything wrong with you in order to have love in this country. And that's just the average American. Literally. They getting pissed. They getting mad that men like us are leaving. Because we got all the options. You don't. We're sick and tired of the games here.
Now, what I want to ask is this. Will black women call these men dusty? Are they self-haters? Do they hate themselves? Because see, that dog won't hunt, will it? Like it would with the black community. See, you won't go and say that these guys are incels or these guys are losers. You won't even use that argument because these guys are white and they're talking about the entire American dating experience. Now, obviously in the black community, we are in America, but we have some cultural differences and obviously some social differences that are not the same as the whites or anybody else. But the whole thing is that American women, for some guys, are not being appreciative of men. And they feel like no matter what they do for these women, things are not going to get better. This is why, although the black community has the highest unwed, single mother rate in America, if you look at past statistics from years past, you will see something shocking. Marriage is going down in America every decade. People are single. Men have no interest, in many cases, to get married. And to be fair, women are not interested also. But it's just not black men talking about black women. These guys who are not even, a lot of times, American. I think the first guy was from Europe, but he was just in America. These guys don't even have actual opportunities with decent women. And that's the situation. For example, I was talking to my homeboy. He's married. Shouts to Brother Brandon. We're talking about, being in Africa versus being in America. And one of the things that you would probably see in most of these places, in other parts of maybe even Europe and Africa, Asia, is if you're a guy who's a decent man, you actually have an opportunity to talk to women. Like I did a video a few months ago about how on Tinder, the Gini coefficient, it measures the wealth disparity in the country on Tinder, is almost comparing two impoverished nations, almost comparing United States and let's say Uganda. And let's say, for example, the good looking guys are the United States, the top, right? But if you compare the wealth in America to Uganda, it's different. The normal guys would be like Uganda. And South Africa, for a country, has a few wealthy people here, but many poor. Nigeria is like that. Few wealthy people, very many poor. That's the wealth disparity. Guys don't even have an opportunity. But now, when you come across countries like even Mexico, which is even right next to the United States, now all of a sudden you get beautiful women, feminine women. You actually have an opportunity right there in North America. And again, what do you say about these guys? They have the same exact arguments. When black men, white men, these guys who come from different backgrounds, different experiences, different cultures, and they're saying the same thing about American women in general, that's a telling thing. And it's a sad thing because you want to get around the fact that these men are having the very same experiences that black men are having. And the reality is, it's the system that's empowered women to so much or believe that they're more empowered or better than men, which is why men are not even wanting to deal with it in certain aspects. And again, you can throw all the shade you want, but it's true. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Let's Celebrate Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.